All right, everybody, week 5. This week, we're going to be talking about respect for authority. And let me start with this question. It's a question that many of us have asked our children, and that is, how many times do I have to tell you? How many of you have ever said that? Because that's a question that's shouted through houses all over the country. But today, we are going to continue talking about first-time obedience. And we're going to talk about why this question keeps showing up in our lives and how to break the cycle. And the answer is consistency. And consistency, it's one of the pillars of great parenting. And that is because consistency is actually love in action. See, when we're consistent in what we do and we're consistent in what we say, it's one of the best ways that we can show love to our child regardless of their love language. Because when we say something, we have to be consistent that what we say is what we mean. Because if we're continually repeating ourselves before we act, we're actually training our children to ignore us the first few times. And they pick up on that. When we teach our children that we don't really mean it until our tone changes or until we start counting or until we bribe them. See, that's why consistency isn't about controlling your children. It's about being clear with your children. It helps our children know what to expect. It helps them know what the boundaries are and what happens if they cross them. So often, if we're not careful, our sweet and our intelligent and smart children, they become expert negotiators. Like you say something like, hey bud, I need you to clean your room. And 10 minutes later, nothing's happened. So like nothing. And so what do? What do? We repeat it, and then we get frustrated and we raise our voice at them. And then we threaten to take away their game time, or take away the iPad, or no more screen time, and then finally they move. And when we do that, you know what we're teaching them? We're teaching them that mom or dad, we don't mean business until we're loud, we don't mean business until we're frustrated or taking hostages at this point. And then at that point, their lack of obedience is not on them, it's actually on us. And here's the deal. Our consistency actually builds trust with our children, because children thrive on predictability. And when our words match our actions, that's when they feel secure. Long term, see, that's what builds trust, and that's what builds a sense of safety in our children, when they know that what we say is actually what we mean. But when our follow through, when it's inconsistent, it's one day it's calm and one day it's chaotic, they don't know what to expect. They don't know what parent they're going to get. And when that happens, that includes anxiety, pushback, confusion. And listen, follow through, it doesn't mean you're being harsh. It means that you're being clear, and it means you're being dependable. Because when you say there's going to be a consequence, you have to follow through. If you offer a reward, or if you offer a promise, deliver on it. If you say 5 more minutes, don't let it become 20 without a consequence. Consistency, it builds trust, and trust actually builds influence with your kids. And the idea as they get older is that you are parenting through influence. So that is super important. But in order to do that, they have to have a sense of trust that we mean what we say, and that comes from consistency. Now, let's talk voice tone for just a minute. If your voice keeps getting louder, it's usually a sign that your consistency is getting weaker. You see, your calm can actually be more powerful than your volume when they understand that you're consistent. So you don't need to yell to lead your kids. And what our children need more than intensity is actually certainty, consistency. They need to know that when we speak, it matters. So here's your challenge for this week. I want you to pick one area in your home where your follow through maybe has been shaky. Could be bedtime, screen time, talking back, chores, or whatever it is. And I want you to work on that. Just pick one area and tighten it up. Just be clear with them, be calm with them, and when that line gets crossed, follow through without the drama and the volume, because that's what God does with us. God is consistent. God is faithful. He keeps His word to us in mercy as well as in correction. And when we parent like that, our kids learn to trust us, and eventually they learn to trust God.